Sometimes we get sudden money or sudden success in our life and we don't even know what happened. How did we get it? Sometimes we get like call from the boss and oh, you got like promoted. Sometimes we win a big lottery ticket. Sometimes we hear from some expected person in our life which we never expected. Some good news, unexpected good news come your way suddenly, and those good news are like big good news. So what's the impact? What's the reason? That's one of the reason is Rahu in Vedic astrology and palmistry. Rahu is one of the most important planet. Rahu, Ketu, these are shadow planets. Rahu is the north lunar node and Ketu is the south lunar node. So these two planets are the shadow planets which are always 180 to each other. So Rahu, which is a north lunar node. What does Rahu signifies? We'll discuss everything in detail in this video. I'm going to share a live example on the screen and show you where exactly is Rahu in your hand and what are the signs. How can you see if you're bound to get sudden wealth, sudden success, big success, unexpected gains in the life, traveling, are you going to move into abroad, are you going to see the world, everything in detail. Before that, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing it now and click the bell icon so that you can get more notifications. Thank you so much. And all my friends who have already subscribed, if possible, hit the like button and let me know you guys are watching this video. I really appreciate all your help and support so far. So my name is Gautam, host for this channel, and I'm talking right from Canada. So the mount of Rahu, as you can see on the screen, let's go to the screen. The last video we did about the mount of Ketu, which is right over here at the base of the palm. That's the mount of Ketu. The mount of Rahu is exactly in the center of the hand, somewhere over here. Here is the mount of Rahu in the center of your hand. All right, that's the path, that's the locality, that's the location where you have to check the signs and the symbols in your hand. Firstly, what is the number one reason, what is the number one sign which you have to see in the hand and which can tell you that okay, your Rahu is, your north node is very powerful? So what is that first sign? The first sign is that if you have like a horizontal line going in from here and touching the lifeline, a horizontal line just touching it to the lifeline or ending before the lifeline is good, but not crossing the lifeline. If it crosses a lifeline, that becomes a kind of a stress line, and I have discussed this in my previous videos also, right? All these lines, the slant lines, are the stress lines, so that's not good. Those are negative lines. But I'm talking about this one big line. Sometimes you have this one big line from the heart line crossing the headline and touching the lifeline, or sometimes you have just this much, as you can see in the screen. So this is the very first indication that Rahu is active. Rahu is very good. If you have this slant horizontal line, the more the horizontal, the better it is. It will be good. Normally, I always tell on the channel that horizontal lines on the palm is not good. Vertical lines are good. That's true. Vertical lines on any mount except Rahu is good. Rahu is horizontal. And the reason is, one of the books of Palmistry mentions that, and in fact, as per the Vedic astrology, Rahu and Ketu, these are the two planets whose motion is in the birth chart, they go in the clockwise position, and all the planets go in anti-clockwise. Since the Rahu and Ketu's movement is opposite to other planets, the energies in the hand is also opposite, and no one will tell you ever in any of the channel, on any of the platforms ever, this thing. This is very important and very logical thing. Since these two shadow planets are opposite to all the planets, their lines are also opposite. If there is like vertical standing lines on the mount of Rahu, that could signify a little, that might not be very good. But if like one strong horizontal line, that is still okay. That is considered as a good and auspicious. Like you can see on the screen over here, this like one line, just one line. You don't need like more vertical lines that will then become the stress lines, but you just need like one line like this. Comment below and please let me know if you have this one line which is crossing and reaching. And yeah, I have spoken about that this is not negative, this is not very positive, it's negative. Now, is Rahu positive or negative? It depends upon life to life, it depends upon in your life. Yes, Rahu can give you sudden wealth, sudden success, sudden growth. But if you have this very strong line, you have to be careful, because after getting big success, there could be a downfall also. So in your life, the graph is exactly, you're like going really, if this is a graph of your life, you're going in your life, and suddenly Rahu came, took you to the top, to the epitome of the success, and then you're going top, but suddenly there could be a downfall. So Rahu can give sudden upfall, keep you for some time, and give you sudden downfall. So that's why this is in a way it's positive, but in a way it's a negative also, because Rahu is the most materialistic planet. Rahu is ego. Rahu is all about scam. Rahu is all about that you would be unable to pretend yourself, your true self to others. You will like tell fake things to others, or you can be very mean personality. If you have like this strong Rahu line, you could be a little mean in terms of like you would look first, take care of yourself first, and then would go for help or any other thing. And your desires will be unlimited. Your desires is never going to be fulfilled. You're a female, you have this Rahu line. Yes, you got some bags, like you love shopping, you went for shopping, you got good bags, like bag like Guess, Gucci, Prada, but no, Rahu is like more desire. So you need like bags like Louis Vuitton, you need more expensive bags than that, more designer bags. So that's how Rahu influences people's mind, that no, I need more. The desires never stop basically. Ketu is fulfilled. Ketu is right opposite to Rahu. That's why Rahu is here and Ketu is opposite to it. Rahu, that's why Rahu sits in the center of the hand, from where you have the major flow of energy. Why Rahu is next to headline? Did anyone tell you ever, or did you think about that? If you are already a palmist, you should know that Rahu is can influence the mind. So that's where the headline crosses very closely to Rahu, because Rahu, it can impact the mind. And if you see the astrology, Rahu is the head. It's a dragon's head. Rahu is also called as the dragon's head. So that's why it goes to the headline. And Ketu is tail, dragon's tail. So that's why it is at the tail, at the end of the lifeline. Right? No one explains you this, give you this logical reasons why Rahu is, where is Rahu, where is Ketu. You'll only find on this channel. So please hit the like button and share this video with all your friends and family. Now let's take some other signs. So one is this. Second very powerful sign in the on the Rahu would be this mole. Can you see this mole? This is a black mole, a black spot over here. This could also mean that yes, one day you will get suddenly a big money in your life. Suddenly you will get some big money. It could be through inheritance property. It could be through winning a lottery. It could be through someone giving you, just like you found the money somewhere and you don't know like how to spend this money now. So Rahu is, you have to be careful. Like you can get sudden wealth and success, but you need to sustain that. The sustainability is the question. How to sustain? Under Rahu, it's very difficult to sustain. Believe me, I've seen like many people growing and then fall down. And big, in the world, all the big scam stars, all the people who are into felony or scam, like major scams in life, who have done like big scams, they have these active Rahu, very active Rahu, right? And so mole over there is overall okay to have. It's not a problem. Um, Some of the other, one very dangerous sign which I feel on the mount of Rahu is when the headline goes down. For example, this is the headline and your headline is a little up, and suddenly in Rahu the headline goes down and then continues. Going down means in terms of its, in its depth. There's kind of a hole, or the headline is going straight, but near the mount of Rahu, it's going little down or deep, kind of a hole. Do check your headline. If your headline has a hole or something in the center, that could be one sign of bad Rahu, which can lead you into jail. Big problem. You can be you might have not done anything, but there could be false allegacy or falsely you could be placed in certain circumstances. So you have to be very careful during that time. So Rahu could be very negative. It could be positive. Yeah, but the positivity of Rahu is very temporary. That's what you have to be careful. Now Rahu can get some additional points in the Rahu can be positive if Rahu can get its friend support. Which are the friendly planets? So as you can see on the screen over here, Rahu is friends with Venus and Saturn. Venus and Saturn. The mount of Venus is this. If the mount of Venus is very good and you have like a good mount of Rahu, then it's a good connectivity between these planets. Luxury, fame, name, everything you will get it. Sudden money, sudden success. You are trying really hard in your life, you're not getting success, don't worry. You have Rahu and Venus, you will definitely get good success in life. And plus, if you along with Venus, you have like a good Saturn over here, good mount of Saturn with good vertical lines over here on the mount of Saturn. Like at least one line on the mount of Saturn and a good Rahu over here. That is good. I had seen one palm couple of months back in which the person had a very good Saturn line over here, and that was touching this Rahu line somehow. The Saturn line, Rahu line were touching, and the Fate line was also touching the Rahu. So Fate, Saturn, and Rahu both were like in conjunction, and that person was got like sudden millions of monies suddenly. So that's again like a very good combination. Saturn, Rahu, Saturn, Venus. And Rahu is very enemy, like very unfriendly with moon and sun. It creates eclipse. Solar eclipse is because of Rahu and sun, and lunar eclipse is because of Rahu and moon. So any line going from sun line to Rahu or any line going from moon line to Rahu could be a little negative, like from the mount of sun to Rahu, or any line coming from mount of moon to Rahu could indicate. Now yes, I am sure, and do please comment below, don't hesitate. Some of you might have like, okay, this is a moon line, the fate line starting from moon and ending over here. Now it's good for like creativity and all those things as you discussed in the Mount of Moon video. But what about your mental health? That's a question about this. Emotional health, emotional stability, weakness of your mind, weakness of your thoughts. These are some of the things which you have to be really careful. So Sun and Moon are very negative with Rahu. Okay, and there are other mounts also. We'll discuss that. But before that, if you have like a cross X between the headline and the heart line, that's called as the mystic cross. I've done some videos on that, you can check that. Mystic cross or the cross X. This could mean this could be a strong indication in occult science. This could be a strong indication in a very mystical kind of a life, and you would do very good with unknown people at unknown places. And if you have like a cross X below the headline, like this is the headline, and below the headline you have a cross X, that is also some indication of active Rahu in your palm. Active Rahu is like very active, and that X on the Rahu, X sign on the Rahu mount, I would say it's good. It's okay. It's okay to have a X on the Rahu mount. That signifies that yeah, uh, you were born in Europe, you were born in India, you were born in Canada, but you could go to United States. You were born in California, but you would move to Texas. You were born in Hyderabad, but you would end up your life in Canada. So it could be like a big transformation. X always means a big transformation in the life. Rahu's age is 42. That's why a lot of you have this fate line ending at 42 here, and then like a new line starting and going. 42. 42nd birthday. 42nd birthday is when major transformations related to relationship, marriage, love, divorce, health problems. 42nd birthday is when the career success could start. 42nd birthday is when you are like almost somewhere between half of your life. So first half is done, and the second half, the remainder, the balance of your life is there. So that could have some significance from Rahu. So let's keep this video till here. I hope you really enjoyed. Do comment below if you have any questions related to any signs, any symbol you see. Do you see triangle? Do you see square on the mount of Rahu? Do comment below and let me know. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate all your likes, all your comments on this channel, and do share this video with your friends too. Let's everyone learn about the Mount of Rahu. I'll see you tomorrow with another new video on Vedic astrology and palmistry. I'm really signing off from here right now. Your astrologer Gautam from Canada. Take care. Goodbye.